Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome to another phenomenal episode of Movers and Shakers Global. My name is Swapna Ambegaonkar. I am a certified trainer with Jack Canfield. I'm a professional speaker and an international best-selling author. And I'm just trying to share this on my Facebook platform because we are live on Facebook. We are also live on YouTube. And we are here this morning with another phenomenal guest. And this guest is all the way from Mauritius. And we are very proud to know him and to have him. So, on to you, Amit.
Yes, hello there. My name is Amit Ambegaonkar. I am a business consultant. I'm an international best-selling author and the co-author of the book, Your Profound Success. Welcome to Movers and Shakers Global. This is a platform that we created to share with you some of the amazing people that we have in our life and that we build really good connections. And we want to now share their amazing value and wisdom that they have with you. Because in this time, day and age, it's really required that you stay connected with powerful people like these so that you continue to enhance and improve your life and your business. So that's the whole basis why we set up this whole program for you, so you can get the best of the best people coming to you and you getting amazing value through this program.
That's right. These individuals have created great achievements, not only for themselves, but for their family, their people around them, their community, and in general, they are really helping this world as of today. And one of their main mission is to spread positivity, which right now is extremely important in this time and age.
Yes.
And we are very proud to introduce you to such people because we know these people. These are dear, good friends of ours, and we are extremely proud of what they do and their accomplishments. And it is time to showcase them through our platform.
Yes, absolutely. So let me welcome today's guest. Today's guest is a very, very special person. And once you understand what he's accomplished already in his life and where he's going, it's truly, truly phenomenal. So let me welcome. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Okay, awesome. So let me welcome this amazing guest and then I will introduce him to you. So let's welcome Sorens.
Hi, Sorens.
Hello, Sorens. Good morning.
It's great to have you with us this morning.
Good morning, and well, I would say good evening here because we are 8 hours ahead from you guys, and a pleasure to talk to you and to the show with you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for being on this platform, Sorens, because I know how valuable it is what you're doing and how important it is for people to know the amazing work that you're doing, because you are doing something really phenomenal. The thing that I like about you is you have an amazing combination of a couple of things. Like, first of all, I know that you are a certified Jack Canfield trainer, which is amazing because you teach these success principles and through the workshop, your workshops, which is the Achievers Trail workshop. And there's some audio disturbance here. Okay, good. So your Achievers Trail workshops, I understand that they've been really successful because you've trained more than 450 people through those workshops, which is truly amazing. And in addition to that, you also have this designation where you are a certified trainer with this amazing lady. We met her at one of the events that we attended a couple of years ago, Marcy Shimoff, who's written this book called Happy for No Reason. It's such an amazing concept and an amazing person to follow. And for you to be a trainer with that is truly, truly phenomenal. So welcome to Movers and Shakers Global, Sorens.
Thank you again, Swapna and Amit. And again, I'm very pleased to be on your show, and definitely it makes pleasure. And first, I would like to thank you for this fantastic job that you're doing, you guys, and inviting people around the world and sharing their own experience and also adding value to people.
Thank you.
This is a platform that I have been following quite a long since you have started. And I'm very blessed to listen to all the speakers that have been passing through your show, and I'm getting more value, and which also changing my life.
Wow, that's
So,
amazing.
to
Thank you.
start with,
Yes,
and, for
thank you.
me, to be on the platform, I would like to share a few things. Yeah,
Mhm.
carry on. Sorry.
Yeah, so that's amazing. Like what I was saying is, you have this amazing background, but what you also do in addition to that is you truly understand finances, and that's such a critical component for people right now to get that help from you in the whole financial sector. Because everywhere around, wherever we look, it doesn't matter what city, what state, what country we're looking at, everything is sort of stalled, everything is slowing down. And one of the things that is getting majorly affected is people's finances. So we're not just looking at big corporations, small businesses, but also every household is suffering from some financial burden at this point of time. So you coming in with this amazing background of having the right mindset, teaching people about how to approach life aspects and life avenues, but also plugging in this vital component of finance. Oh my God, how do you manage to do all this together? That's really phenomenal.
Well, before answering to your question, Amit, I would like to just start something in terms of to explain the background of the finance and where I come from, and how I move into this new journey, implementing myself.
Okay.
You would agree that there is always a free component of, there is a creation, there is something that we preserve, and we have the destruction part. And when I started my career in the financial sector, so this is where I was creating my career, building up, and then moving forward like any other people. So you need to earn, have a nice job, a nice family, so grow up your kids, and always moving forward financially. And reaching some stage after 25 years of in that sector, I was starting to preserve what I had been building up for almost 20 to 25 years. But the thing is that sometimes you don't realize that while creating and preserving, you might hit something, or you
Right.
might get hit by something, which is the destruction part.
Right.
This is where everything started, where everything has been destroyed, and
Wow.
I had to move from that background so that I created new things. I reinvent myself, and using that financial. So financial is good, but merging together the personal development is something which if I believe is very important after hitting the destruction part, which is a crash. I will tend to say, and which I clearly mention it in my book.
Wow. Wow. Amazing. So I do want to ask you more about the book, but before that, the story that you're giving me is really very intriguing. So can you tell me a little bit more about that story? Like, well, you hit the rock bottom and things were really difficult for you. And how was your journey? Can you tell me more about that journey? I'm really curious.
Well, after that crash, so I believe everyone in their own life, they have certain sort of crash, and for me it was just going back to where you find yourself with, let's say, you have your salary cut by more than 55%, so you need to start again. You have a standard of living and you need to move out. And I had a choice to
Uh-huh.
make at that time, whether I still go down, or I need to reinvent.
Nice.
And I would like to read one of your quote, Amit, which you wrote, and it is on your page. Mention one thing. I would, with your permission, I will read it. Having a barrier is a proof that you're on the path to success
Yes.
in that area of your life. This is what you wrote.
Yes.
And when I realized at that time, I had lots of barriers. And this made me think about, well, what you wrote was you were very right, and I was hitting barriers, but this is for me a way to move forward. So I was going towards success. And the second thing is, I would like to quote again yourself. You wrote it, is the only reason why you are procrastinating is because it doesn't hurt you enough.
Yes.
This is what you wrote. The second quote. And which means that for me it was hurting too much. So I didn't have the choice to procrastinate. So I had to move forward. So there was that pain. So you see these two quotes that you wrote was perfect. And that's why when I was preparing for this show, and I recall that I read this when I was in that difficult situation, and I was looking for it, so I managed to get it in my notebook. So let me share with your audience that this is very important. That these two quotes that have make me move forward. And of course there are other quotes, but this defines the way to move from that destruction part and going forward.
Wow.
So I would like that.
Wow. Well done.
This you way.
All right. Awesome.
Other thing, if you allowed me, there is one thing which Martin Luther King said: if you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. And at that time in 2017, I believe that I was at the stage where I was crawling. It was difficult for me to walk. So I said, I need to move forward. And even starting my crawling, so long I'm moving forward. So this is where that you have all this fire in your belly and move out. And it has completely changed my life. When I joined the Jack Canfield Breakthrough to Success workshop and became a certified trainer for the Success Principle, and all thing has it's a new world. It's a new world. So which means that the past Sorens has died and reborn into a new one.
Wow.
And using the experience that I have been accumulating my financial background, and this is where I am today.
Wow, that's such an inspiring story. Wow. Amazing, Sorens.
That is really nice.
That's great. All right. So going through this whole experience of where you started and where you are right now, how are you presently helping people? Like, what type of people are you helping? Like, are they entrepreneurs? Are they employees? What is your audience that you're helping?
I'm when in the finance sector, I work in an insurance company, and when you're selling insurance, something which is not tangible, so it is intangible. So you need to transfer it into intangible to tangible.
Right.
And I found that part of my team, this is where the 450 people and few of them were in Botswana. And they were having difficulties to find their own way about success, and then moving forward and taking the responsibility, lean towards everything that they want to achieve. All these principles that was in the book that Jack Canfield rightly mentioned. So I was sharing with the people, so taking them, okay, you don't complain about things not happening the way that you want it to move the way that you want it, but instead with my workshop, so I managed to show them that you can still move forward by taking the first principle: take 100% responsibility of your life, and put it in the financial sector, making them move forward, having their dream step by step. And this is, I believe, has helped them a lot. And now they can work out on their own, always go back to the principles, and they know that they need to pay for it. So there's a price that they need to pay, the sacrifice, and always having this self-development, working on themselves, and keep moving. So the 450 people that I have been training, I believe that they have learned a lot, and I'm making them that they need to always learn. And I also work out my life purpose, which is read, learn, and share.
Nice.
So I was reading a lot of books, I was learning it, and I was sharing to them.
Nice.
So
Wow.
this is my way of adding value to.
Wow, lovely, lovely.
Love
All
it.
right, and in this terms of finance, like let's focus that a little bit more. I think because it's truly valuable for the listeners. You being in the finance sector, have you identified maybe one or two issues where people struggle the most, and how can they help themselves out of it?
Well, finance is always difficult, and in terms of, especially with the COVID situation, so you need to reinvent yourself, and the market there is crash on the market, and the business is not moving.
Yes.
But life doesn't stop there. So you need to work it again. Go back to your drawing board. See what has been working in the past, and then work it back again. And this reminds me a title of the book: "What's bring you here won't bring you there." So
interesting.
where they are actually. So let me repeat it again. What bring you here won't bring you there.
Oh.
So if you have a dream, I'm here actually, and if I need to move to another area, another place higher, so I need to reinvent. So I can't use what has bring me here to use the same thing and move forward. So I need, again, I'm using the word reinventing quite a lot of time. So keep reinventing yourself, adjusting with the new situation, learning new principle, and the way that you are bringing people to your show, to your podcast. So you're also adding, sharing to the people that there's new tools, there's new ways of moving forward.
Yes.
And this is really amazing.
That's awesome. That's so true. That's in total alignment with what we believe too, right? In terms of creation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because if that's what in our workshops too, we say the same thing, exactly the same thing. Well, first of all, because we share our same guru or our mentor, Jack Canfield. So taking 100% responsibility is one of the most important principle that we have learned from Jack, and you have too. And because you're teaching this principle to the people around you, they are seeing immense value, and it has been life-changing for them. So let's talk a little bit now about the book.
Yes, perfect.
Because that's your new baby come out. The book has come out. I saw tons of pictures on Facebook, and I love the cover. The cover looks very, very beautiful. And congratulations on your new launch of your book.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Well, in the current situation with the COVID, so we are having live session, and because everything is going virtual. The book was launched in the right time, where people can get it online and they can still read, learn from my experience, and then also they can move forward. Because instead of having the workshop, the normal workshop that we used to have, and you also have the workshop that people coming physically.
Right.
Now we are reinventing ourselves with this that time where I explain where I come from that starting from that creation, the preserving part, and then the destruction. So everyone has, maybe there are people around the world that might have gone through maybe more serious situation than me, but still I wanted to share with my story with people that if it can influence one people around the world, I will be more than happy. And putting certain system step by step, where I mentioned about first you need to believe to achieve. You need to believe in yourself that the achievement is possible.
Yeah.
And even whatever situation you come from, so you start to believe it that you can achieve. For that, for you to move forward again is about you need to understand yourself. What can you do? How can you move forward and understand yourself? What are your um, the good thing that you have in you and things that you need to improve? And always see positivity. You see possibilities in any situation. And I explain in the book through examples that I have been going through my life, starting from my childhood, and hitting problem with the family and problem at work. But the problem is something that where I teach, I mentioned here in that book is you need to stop seeing yourself a victim and try to see yourself that changing from that victim to victor, because you need to learn. And life is not about, life does not work against you, life works for you. And I've noticed that I was feeling myself as a victim when I realized that all these issues that I was facing. And then in 2015, when I realized after the crash of the company, I realized that no, what I have become is because of all these problems I have got. And I realized that because of this problem, this is what I am.
Right.
So you improve yourself with the problem and
Yes.
change yourself with the problem. So this is amazing. And once I change that mindset from victim to victor, everything flows. Everything is quite is just open up. Just by changing a simple mindset of victim to victor.
Wow.
That's
And
powerful.
this is what I explained here.
That's powerful. That's powerful. Okay, good, good, good.
That's very
So all your workshops are now based on the book, and that's what you're trying to do right now. Is that what the plan is?
This is the plan. This is the plan to work out, because when you explain to people in your workshop about your own experience, I believe that I have been following you on your YouTube channel and the way you were doing but when you tell people about your own story, so it is more genuine and people get connected with you instead of using story of somebody else.
Right.
And you can tell it with lots of emotion.
Yes.
And it's true because you have hit the bottom, and then you can tell it clearly. This is. I believe this will be one of the things that will make that book more. Let's how to say it. People to read it, and the feedback that I received, that the experience that I put in that book has been helping them, and they can relate to their own experience. Just for example, when I took crash, my crash was from the company perspective. But for my audience or the reader, it might be something else. It might be a problem with the kids, a problem with the marriage, a problem with anything. You can add it, but you can still relate it to their own circumstances.
Right.
And once you know how to come out from it, that's it. So you just move.
Awesome.
That's
awesome.
really, really powerful.
Okay.
Amazing.
Great, Soren. So you've told us your story. You're telling me what you're doing right now. What's next? I mean, in terms of next 5 to 10 years, where do you plan to be? How do you plan to grow? What's coming up?
Well, just to share with your audience that I'm already working on a second book, and again it will be based on my experience and putting everything together.
Wow.
And also moving towards adding more value to people's life, and sharing the experience. And again, continue with my life purpose, which is read, learn, and share. And I believe that in this, there are many people who has not access to books, and maybe in terms of get that chance to read a lot. And if I can read, learn what I've been reading from famous authors, and even about your book also that you have wrote, and very very interesting, and giving lots of insight to business people, so I can share with them what you have been writing and what other authors have been writing, and they can still go back to that book and read it again. So introduce the book to them. And I believe that by reading lots of books, reading what people has been nice book, of course, you can improve your own life.
Yes.
And in my book, I mentioned it. I was not somebody who was who liked reading lots of books. And in 2015, I started reading lots of books, and I gone through more than 200 books. And I realized, but what if I started reading when I was a kid?
Yeah.
And I would have gone far in terms of knowledge. But never mind, there is always a starting point.
Exactly.
And you read, and then you share, and you move with. You have lots of feedback and move forward. So this is very important. And one thing that I would share also is about everyone needs to decide what they want. And what they decide what they want, don't think about the how, just move forward and put lots of action, massive action. Actually, just to some anecdote what you're doing. Let's say that you have your own show now, Movers and Shakers Global, your profound solution. But just imagine, Swapna and Amit, you started very small.
Yes.
You make the first step.
Yeah.
And slowly, I've seen that you have been spending more than 20 years where you actually leaving your family from India and going to where you're settled.
Yeah.
So there was a decision.
Yes.
You have decided, and you have decided what you want.
Yes.
And after 20 years, this is where you are.
Yeah.
So everyone needs to understand that you need to decide and then think about the different steps. What you want in 5 years, in 6 years. Yes, you asked me about the 5 years. I have a clear plan what I want. And I would love to have an audience, more than 5,000 people running a workshop. But I understand that with the COVID situation, this might be quite tough for the time being.
Right.
But again, it will happen. Not in Mauritius, maybe in different countries. But my aim is to share with, on the mainland Africa. I was, by the way, I work in Botswana for more than 2 years.
Oh, wow.
And I've seen that I managed to have a workshop there also to introduce the success principle. And this is where also I wanted to share with people about the book, about the experience, about how you can move forward.
Right.
And I believe this will be awesome, and it will bring value that what you are doing actually. So we're part of that tribe.
Yes.
That's fantastic. And hopefully when this all, the lockdown is end and the flights start back, you will visit us here in Canada as well. And then maybe we can have some great workshops, live workshops for you here as well. And that'll be fantastic to have you here.
Yeah, definitely. I will be visiting you because my son is actually studying there. So I will have to visit him and we can meet. And I would like to be part of your workshop. So I would like to learn a lot also.
Nice.
With you guys. So it will be a pleasure for me, and I will.
That's great, Sorens. So a lot of valuable information, a lot of amazing stuff that you have been doing, that you have plans for. If the audience, if people that are listening right now have to get in touch with you, what's the best way they can contact you? Is it through this website that you have up here, or?
Yeah, they can contact me through the website, or also my email, sorens.rughooputh@gmail.com. but through the website there is a message that they can easily get into contact with me, and also through my Facebook account.
Okay.
I'm there. I'm always on Facebook, so posting all the few things that to share with people what I've been learning.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Right.
Amazing.
Perfect. So thank you so much for joining us today. This was really valuable. Some of the tips that you shared, and how you started. This is really inspirational, because generally people have this victim mentality, and you showed them as to how to change that mindset. And just changing that mindset puts you in a total different sort of level, so that you start seeing things that were not visible to you before. So it's really well done. Congratulations for, first of all, achieving the amazing results that you have in your life, and now now that you're sort of shining that light onto others, so that other people get more success in their lives.
Thank you very much. But I would like to thank you again for giving me this, for inviting me on your show. And of course, if my audience is who is following this show, I would like to encourage you to join the Movers and Shakers Global, and also your Profound Solution, and follow Amit and Swapna. They are doing a quite a wonderful job, and inviting people to share their videos. And you have also your program that you have been launching in terms of mentoring people and then giving advice. So I will encourage all those who are viewing from this side of the world. So feel free to contact Swapna and Amit and share what they are doing. So again, thank you very much for this, for your time also.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to talk to you, Sorens, today. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Sorens. Bye-bye.
And thank you. Cheers.